Welcome back, everyone. So there is my K989. Some of you may have seen it already in this format. What you're looking at right here is a lower part of the chassis here on the front that's been modified to mount to the K989 aluminum chassis, and same with the rear. I did it that way because I don't want to see body pins on the top side. I wanted to use the original screw holes. So there's 3 of them, 1, 2, and 3. This is a hard body. I think this was made in the 80s if I remember correctly, right? So there's more details on that. So I was thinking of ways to modify this thing as for what I want. And the first thing, order of business I want to do is to increase the width of this chassis by about 10 millimeters overall. So about 5 millimeters on each side. So I had some leftover fiberglass. I came up with this. And it looks like paper. That's because there's actually 3 layers of fiberglass with a layer of college paper on there, and I just left them in there for reference so I can get a straight line. And the idea is I'll take the motor and the gear, spur gear out, and I'll put this over the top of this chassis using all the screw holes that are available, except for leaving the spur gear so it doesn't grind on the plastic or fiberglass. That's going to give me about 10 millimeters overall. And I test fit it up against the body right here. We're off side of where I was. And we'll put that up in there like so. And that just kind of sits there roughly like that. Right, so that's perfect. And then something just hit my mind, like I did with my 1/10 scale rally car that I built a long time ago. I put the motor on top. I made a custom motor mount, and I put the motor on top. So why not put the motor on top, right? And give you a little more space for your ESC, your receiver, whatever else. Now, instead of what they use in this little car, a little 3-gram servo or 5-gram servo, but this is a 9-gram. That would give me room to mount a bigger servo in there. Not that this little car would need it, but it might be beneficial. I don't know. But we put the motor up on top and make a custom motor mount. I was thinking about originally putting it to the back, but I don't think there's enough clearance between the shaft or the pinion gear. I don't think this pinion gear is big enough to make contact with the spur gear. So that's out of the question. Plus, I do not believe the body would allow for the clearance if we just visually stick it up there. Anyway, the motor would be partway sticking out of the roof right here, and I don't want to cut into the roof or the trunk or whatever we want to call it there. So there's my idea. I'll just make a custom motor mount. I think that's where I'm going to start before I stick the fiberglass in there and see if that is successful or not successful. Cheap, free modification, requires nothing but time, and we'll see what happens. Have a good day.